Hi everyone, this is Rachel, and welcome to the Crafty Maven Getaway online crop. Now there are a few rules, and I wanted to go over them before we get started. All entries must be entered in the Facebook albums by September 26, 2015 by midnight Eastern Standard Time. All entries must be of new work created between September 19th and September 26, 2015. Challenges can't be combined, but more than one entry is delightful, and that's for all challenges. A photo of the entry must be placed in the correct album on the Facebook page to be eligible for a prize. Super blurry or dark photos are totally acceptable. Praise for others' work is super awesome and maybe another way to win a little something something. Feel free to use Hannah's amazing mood board, but it is absolutely not required. And last thing is get your scrap on. Come on, join us. Get over there and work on stuff, all right? Now, my challenge happens to be please use me. There's a little emphasis there if you didn't notice. Let's get those 3x4 and 4x6 cards and cut-aparts on our layouts. Now, I did happen to use Hannah's mood board, and so here it is, lovely aquas and peaches and corals and pinks and a little bit of gray and blue.
Okay, so let's get started. Before I flip to my process video, I did want to show you a few examples of using 3x4 and 4x6 cards on your layouts, and I also wanted to go over a few rules that are exclusive to my challenge. First of all, number one, you have to use a 3x4 or 4x6 or 3x3 or 2x2 or whatever size on a layout. And I would prefer that if you're going to use it as a journaling card, that it be altered in some way. I'm not going to be all, mean about it. So if that's the only thing you can come up with and you want to enter it, feel free. But I would prefer you just do a little bit of alteration. Not even a big alteration, just a little, and I'll show you an example. So I know people sometimes get a little, not scared, but a little trepidatious about using it. And I just want to show a couple of different ways you can use them on layouts. So this is one way, and this is a block layout. So it's all four, and there are four, because one of the things you can do is if you have 3x4 or 4x6 photos, just cut them down a little bit and use the 3x4 or 4x6 cards as borders, especially if it's something you're never going to use. You ever wonder what you do with journaling cards that have deer heads on it and you don't know? Do this, because it's so pretty. This was a nice black one, and then this one has a really nice grid, and I'll lift it up. Hopefully this will be clear. That, is super pretty. And then I added this sticker to this journaling one and the title to here, but the flower and the enjoying the little things was already on there. So, but it totally works together. A really simple, super quick way to use journaling cards or 3x4 or 4x6 is just to do a grid design. A simple grid design using cut-aparts, and this is from the Atlas. That was from the IM collection, my first one. This is pattern paper, and actually it's the opposite side of what the cut-aparts were on. So I used 2 cut-aparts and then 2 pieces of pattern paper. Very, very simple. Now here's one where I'm talking about another way to alter it. You can always cut out the shapes that are on it, or you can do what I did. This was a 3x4, but I didn't need it to be a 3x4, so I just cut it down, and because I really wanted the sweater hearts. I thought those were super cute. So I really wanted this design on my page, but I didn't need all that space because it's just, my dog looking incredibly sad and depressed on the leather recliner with the 2 pillows on the air-conditioned day. It was hilarious. I'm like, she looks so put upon and her life is just really rough. Ha ha ha. I have a thing for puns. I apologize. Okay. And my last example is actually 2 layouts that I split a 4x6 on. So this piece of yellow that you can't see is actually one part of 4x6 from this layout. This up here and this down here is actually one piece that I cut in half, and then this yellow part actually was at the bottom of that, and I cut that on the angle, use that as a layering piece. So that's another way to use these cards, is as layering pieces, and then use the rest of this on another layout. And what's funny is this is 2009 or 2010, one or the other, and then this is 2015, and you know, besides being similar colors, they don't really look super much alike, and you would never guess that you'd get two layouts out of one card. So those are just a few examples of how to go ahead and use Project Life or pocketed scrapbooking cards on your layouts. I'm going to move it over to fast forward and the process video for today. I am on at 8 a.m., so this will be going live 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on Facebook, hanging out with you guys, chatting and everything. I look forward to seeing you there. And if you're watching the video on September 19th and you want to join in, the challenges go all week, as I said when I did the rules, and in the description box there will be a link to the Facebook group. You can join. They will add, one of the administrators will add you as soon as they can. You know, it might not be right away, but they'll try to get you on as soon as they can. And a lot of us will be hanging out there as long as we can. So we hope you join us. We hope you chat. We hope you put out layouts. We really, really, really want everyone to feel welcome. Even if you've never put a layout online before, even if you think, oh, I don't do trendy scrapbooking, I don't scrapbook like you guys, we all scrapbook differently. We have art people, we have Project Life people, we have just, you know, basic me who throws stuff on a page and is super happy with it. We have storytellers. We have just all sorts of everyone who, we just love to scrapbook. We love to tell stories. We love to make things pretty. We like to make memories and keep our memories. And please join us over on Facebook, because we know we have way more people who watch our videos and come over on Facebook. We really want to hear from you. We want to hear from your stories. We want to see your layouts, and we want everyone to have a fantastic time for our first online crop. So please come on over and let's go to fast forward.
Okay, we are back on narration. Now, I have to apologize if I repeat things. I am getting a little confused between going back and forth between narration and quote-unquote live talking, and so if I repeat something, I apologize. Now, the first thing I'm doing is I'm using this cut apart, and I am cutting out these gold and pink and aqua feathers that are from the IM collection. Now, I really like the feathers, but I didn't feel necessarily I needed to have that whole 4x6 block card. So I went ahead and cut these out. And I'm going to cut away from this because, now here's the thing. I am left-handed, and I am a horrible scissor cutter, so if I can do this, absolutely anybody else can as well. So now that I have these all out, and it was super simple, it took me probably about 10 minutes to do all three of those, and that's not bad at all. And so what I'm going to do now is poke through. What I have here is my Scraptastic kit for the month of September, plus an add-on kit that I pulled from my stash in order to kind of use what I have with my new stuff, because I'm only purchasing my Scraptastic kit every month, no add-ons whatsoever. And I figured, hey, since I'm cutting out 4x6 cards, I might as well cut out part of my title too using this word happy. And this is from the Wonder Collection by Crate Paper. It was part of the Scraptastic kit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut away from this too, because, as I said, nobody wants to watch me cut out things. It's actually quite horrifying. So I get that all set, and I'm just going to get rid of all my little scraps. And I really like this yellow cream kind of, it's kind of like a gridish type paper, but I don't know. I just really liked it. So I chose that as my background. And now what I'm doing is I have the Wonder die cut pack, and I'm just going through and kind of pulling out a few things I think will work. I pulled out those flower die cuts. I love ampersand, so I pulled out that ampersand, and I also pulled out a couple of those felt hearts. That's one of the really cute things as part of the Wonder die cut pack, is there are 6 felt hearts in yellow, blue, and red. And I really thought this layout happens to be about knitting, or a knitting store we went to, and So I really wanted to use that. Now you'll note I did end up using the rest of that 4x6 card as layering pieces, along with cutting apart my journaling circle and then using the part I cut off as a layering piece. So this is when people have those cut aparts and they're not one for squares, you can just totally cut it apart and use it as kind of semi-homemade die cuts or semi-homemade journaling spots, or, just little layering pieces that you can use. So I like where my layout is headed at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off my brightening strip. Cut out my brightening strip. Woo! So I'm really liking this a lot, actually. I ended up very much liking my layout, even though when I started I was kind of iffy on it. But I really end up liking what I wound up with. So I get this all laid down, and I ended up swapping those 2 die cuts where they were originally. Now, the reason I wanted a larger piece, those feathers on my photo, was, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of a cruddy photo. My housemate and her daughter really wanted me to take a photo. Well, my housemate, her daughter could not have cared less. My housemate is a knitter. She is not a scrapbooker, but she is a knitter. And so we went up to a concert up in Northampton, Massachusetts, and she found out that the web store, which is a big online store, had a big store in the same town. So she was super excited about going. So I want to apologize again for 2 more things. One, I did not realize how off screen I was when I did this part of the layout. My tripod got knocked over, and when I put it back up, I did not realize how off it was. So this whole section is not where it should be, so I really do apologize for that. The second thing is for some reason, Movie Maker has decided to insert these weird little electronic sounds into my layout, and I did not realize that until it was time to do this, and so I really can't do anything about it. It's either don't do a video at all or, deal with the little electronic blips. So I'm hoping you guys are dealing with the electronic blips, and I apologize, and we'll try to see what I can do to fix it. Now, I pulled out these chipboard stars that in a previous video, not on the Crafty Maven Getaway, but on my own channel, I had embossed to mimic the gold foil stars that were part of the Scraptastic add-on kit. Because I have, of course, everyone has embossing powder, and I had these chipboard stars, and I figured, well, why buy something new when I can just use this? So what I have now is one of the wood veneer banners that came in the Scraptastic kit, and I apologize that this is off screen because I absolutely fell in love with this. I was not going to use the banner with the word that was embossed in it, which was Playdates. So I'm super excited that I love that I took these Authentique Petite Type and put the word knitter over it, and I'm going to go ahead and lay that across those 3 felt hearts. And so my title turns out to be Happy Knitter. Now I try it first using my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, but you'll see in a minute that does not work, so I go back over it with my ATG. Now, what I'm concentrating on now is where the ampersand is. I don't like that you can see stuff behind the ampersand, so I'm trying to find a sticker that I can use, and that one works well because even though there are words on it, I can cover up the words with the ampersand, because really all I want is the wood tone and the gold. So I really like the way that looks, and once I get the little sticker from the hole out, I am pleased as punch. So I go ahead and get the rest of my stuff down in that embellishment area, and I'm going to go ahead and get everything else that I forgot to glue down earlier down as well. Now I will mention the Wonder die cuts are really thick. I mean, they are such good quality. It almost adds like a bit of dimension to your layout, which is awesome. So I realized that the glue did not work, so I go ahead and do it again with my ATG, and I'm pretty much done at this point. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add these puffy stickers from the Maggie Holmes Confetti Collection, and then I'm going to get out the Wonder enamel dots that I have. Now, I purchased these were not part of the Scraptastic kit. I just really liked the colors, and I purchased them before I actually got this Craftastic kit. So the only thing that's left is for me to do my journaling, and I'm just talking about how my housemate was super happy when she found out about the store it wasn't going up, it was already there. The store happening to be in the city where we were headed anyway, so we stopped on the way, and we spent a little money, even me, because she's knitting me a vest, so it was nice to have that. So after that, I'm going to add some teal Heidi Swap Color Shine in a couple of sprinkles, and that is all I'm going to do, and I'm just going to show you some close-ups. I want to thank everyone for joining me here at the Crafty Maven Getaway for the online crop. It is 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now, so I will be over on the Facebook page along with as many people who can join. So I hope you come on over and join us over there. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!